honestly, I feel like the whole year went by fast.
Did it? What was it? What's the takeaway initially? I mean, now you haven't had a chance to process anything yet, but what's your takeaway?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, I kind of want to get back on the film, get a year in review, see the ways that I grew, things I can improve going in the off season. But, I still kind of taking a moment to hit because I've never had a off season like this in my life. You know what I mean?
Got any plans, vacation plans, any trips?
Um, I do plan to travel in the month of January. I don't know where, but I do look forward to, probably trying to go overseas. I look forward to that.
Some worldwide travel.
Yeah,
Larry Fitzgerald was famous for that, right?
mm-hmm.
Going to different countries every year.
Yeah,
yeah.
I plan to do something like that. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
What did you learn about yourself the most, you think, this season? Perhaps on the field or off the field?
Um, I think just the love for the game because I feel like again it went by fast. Like once in the NFL, you always hear that there's like a rookie wall. I like when I talked to Trent after the second game, we played San Francisco, because I hit the wall yet, and I was like, no, I've been good, man. But again, just like because I told him I'm just gonna continue to have fun. And I think continue to have fun because I'm starting to see myself continue to grow each game. I'm sure if it became kind of stagnant, or I felt like I was falling behind, like I wasn't continuing to improve, I'm sure, it could feel so. But even in times where like I'm not playing my best, absolute best ball, I'm able to use this opportunity to learn. As long as I'm continuing to learn from that, then it's have fun with the game. You know what I mean?
Did you hit a wall at all?
No, I didn't.
Tyler said this was one of his favorite teams to play with. Just where does this rank for you?
Oh yeah, I mean this is my favorite team. I've been with just because I spend the most time with these guys than at any other level. Especially with no school. All that school time I'm in here with the guys. So and again, I think again just being able to share those moments with the guys has been cool, especially the guys at the O line. And we go to Hum's house for dinner, just doing stuff like that, just being around him and his wife and his kids. Again, and the whole offensive lines there, I think that's just time. Like, you don't have stuff like that as much, in college, people are real deal, it's not just students, whole families, so you're kind of, families are kind of growing together a little bit,
How many snacks did you buy for the entire line?
Oh my gosh. I've put probably like game check worth of stuff probably between me and John just to fill the rooms. Definitely many thousands have gone into buying that fridge, buying those drinks, and buying the snacks, and buying the breakfast, and buying the food, whatever else. But it's been fun though. Now the season's going on, they kind of pulled off me a little bit, which has been a blessing. So.
Even when you play every snap, you kind of earn your stripes, right?
Right, a little bit.
It'd be nice to have the favor repaid. I'm sure next season when you're not a rookie.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm gonna. I don't know. I feel like I'm not gonna be on the rookie as much. Everybody says once you return you'll be doing the same thing, but I'm like I don't know. I think I'm the type where like now that I've been in it, like I don't really want to be on them like that a lot. I mean, it could change. The answer could change, but as of right now, I'm probably going to be pretty chill on a rookie.
Yes, I know that it's early. Is there a desire or a plan to talk with the coaching staff about getting reps or looking at moving to the left side next year?
Those are things that again, my answer now is the same as when I first, interviewed the team. Is like, I just want to be a part of the best five, and where I'm at on the line is dependent on them. You know what I mean? Where I fit in best in their system. I'm not a guy that says I can only play this or play that, so it's up to them. But definitely this off season, I'm going to continue to train both sides just to be ready. So when my number's called, if it's called to go to the left, I can be able to step right in. So I'm definitely gonna take this off season to work on both sides.
Paris, you guys ran for over 200 yards 4 times, which in the NFL it really doesn't happen too often. But did you guys establish an identity, and if so, how would you define it?
Yeah, I think again, fight. I think is the identity of this entire team is just fight. You know what I mean? Because again, the season wasn't always going how we wanted to go, and a lot of our wins were wins where it wasn't just completely just shut out. from beginning to end, a lot of it was just a fight, you know, all the way to the last quarter of the game. So again, you know, I think if this team did not have that, I think a lot of those wins would not have happened. A lot of those games where we had an opportunity to win in the end, maybe we didn't finish. Again, I think the fight led us the opportunity to be that close.
You talked about the struggles. Obviously, the season didn't go the way you wanted it. You said 4 wins, not exactly what you're used to. How'd you deal with that?
Again, I think it's a 1 week at a time mentality. I think if you start to look at the overall picture of the records, it could possibly sway your mind into feeling like, you know, this might not be a team that continue to win games. But I think if you're just looking at it from like 1 week at a time, like let's go up. I want to know this week. I think that mentality helps you stay on track to win games, helps the season go by fast because again, this season I was only focused on Seattle. I wasn't thinking about, oh, we won 4 games. I did not care about that. I care about Seattle. So I think about that approach each week. I think just keeps your mind there. Again, I feel just have your head down, just continue to win.
Going off of that a little bit, I know that obviously it's that 1 week at a time mentality. But did you allow yourself to reflect kind of during the season about what this year was like? If not, at what point do you think you'll allow yourself to do so?
No, I'm not really a reflector while I'm in the trenches. That's not my thing. Like, but that's just me in general. Like, honestly, even for like the draft, like it didn't hit me till like middle of camp. I'm just like chilling around, like watching videos like that. I really experienced all that. It always takes a minute for stuff to hit. So I'm sure in a couple of weeks, maybe a month, I'll be like, wow, like I really played my first NFL season. Right now, all I can think about is what I can do to be in the best position possible to, you know, work on my body, work on my strength, work on my nutrition. So we're not in the same position for next year. You know, I still haven't hit that point where I'm like kind of reminiscing. You know, it kind of takes a minute.
How difficult is it to play offensive line in the NFL?
I mean, I don't know. I think it's kind of fun. I mean, I think it's one of those things where like depends who you're asking. You know what I mean? I think it's fun. I don't really see it as a challenge. I just see it as it's fun, and I feel like it's my job, and I train for it. So I mean, it's fun. Obviously, if you're not prepared or you're not executing all your techniques, it might look more challenging other reps, some reps than others. But I think it's fun, and I love doing it. So,
Mentally, was it tougher than college, taking a step up?
not really. Only because back in college, a lot of defenses are dressed up more. You know, you're seeing a lot more exotic looks in college. You're on the pros, you know, you're in the pros. You got Fred Warner, you got Bobby Wagner. You're not sending him on a lap. Get him down.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's the difference with defense. So the mental side is not really, I would say, a lot worse. I would say, if anything, is just the fact. I think the consistency of your execution, your technique. I think that's the biggest thing is that there's not a lot of reps that you can get away with not having your hands in the right position, not being in the right body position. 10 out of 10 times, if you're not off the ball snap, you're going to lose that rep. Versus college, you can get off late, punch them, win. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Not that was what I did in college, but you can. In the NFL, if you're off late, you pause the tape, defense is taking a step, you're in your stance, you're done.
Yeah.
You know, so just stuff like that, like, you know, the things that it takes to win or lose a rep, just the margins are smaller.
Harris, what impressed you most about Kyler Murray returning to this team?
Again, I think just, you know, his ability to be resilient. You know, again, you know, I wasn't here last year when he got hurt, but, you know, when I was here, I know he was going through his recovery process. I think for him to be able to go through that and to come back, and obviously you've seen the way he's moving, you've seen him able to be a part of him getting back to getting comfortable in the pocket, you know, being at the helm. Again, you're seeing today like he's moving faster than ever. You know, he's a racer on the field. You know what I mean? Like when he gets his flow. But I think again for him to come back after last year and again to make an impact that everybody notices. The offense, order for an offense, and back there, I think that's awesome for him. And, for people to help him get back, I think it showed a lot of work. They
Parrish,
put us awesome.
how was it just to be a part of history, just to get James Conner to 1,000 this year?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, it's awesome. My first year to have a rusher that has over 1,000, I think it's cool. I think as an offensive lineman, every time you have a guy that can do that, I feel like that's also like a notch you put on your belt as an offensive line. If you're not able to do that, then it kind of affects the offensive line. You know what I mean? So as much as we're excited for him, we're looking for like, man, so glad we're able to do that, especially this last game. We need to get him over that mountain. So he runs his butt off and he runs angry, and he makes it easy.
Thanks,
Given
Barry.
the way the last couple games went for you guys, does it feel like there's excitement, a lot of optimism in here for the future?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we know that like we have a lot of room where we can continue to grow and continue. I don't really not say it, but like again, we have a young team. You know what I mean? And I feel like again, we continue to build the foundation of the team. We continue to get the people in here, and we continue to develop. Guys in my class, the next class, or whatever. The guys already here. I'm excited to where we can go. Because I guess I see all the time we walk in the facility. I mean, walk in the stadium. We start the most rookies. In the NFL consistently each week on average, you're starting the most, which is cool because we're getting our shots to do our thing. But at the same time, then it goes to show, we're a young team and we're losing a lot of close games where it comes down to the end. And I think as our class continues to develop, have an opportunity for us to be able to finish what we want to in those games.